So I realized recently that me being the guy who is going out into the world and sharing a message of authenticity, being the authentic guy, and getting a lot of love for being the authentic guy, and the real guy, the guy that speaks truth and connects people to other people and all this stuff, has tricked me into playing a role of being the authentic guy. Which, being a role, isn't authentic. It's not really me. Because I started to, as much as I talk about labels and stickers, the more notoriety and shares that my videos started to get, and more excitement that I started to dredge up, and more texts I got from people saying I changed their life. Naturally, I let that in. And honestly, recently, I kind of let that get to my head for the past week or so. And in doing so, it muddied my message and started to kill the golden goose, so to speak. The goose that lays eggs can't lay eggs anymore if you just squeeze it to death to pull more content out of it. So I found myself in this position where I was trying to be like a dancing monkey, just producing and producing and producing because like it's my cross to bear or something like that. And I realized that that's not how this all started. How this all started was just me on the way to the coffee shop making a video about what I feel in my heart and what I think other people might want to hear about. So I realized as I tried to build this big facade of content and impress people through what I wanted it to look like I was, so that more people came to me and to do stuff. Honestly, it was just like manipulation, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because there's this really weird fine line between just being real and just being you, which gets love for that because people crave just realness, and pretending to be real and pretending to be you to get the love that you crave. One is real, one is authentic, one is not, and inauthentic. It's an interesting little dichotomy there. So I guess this message is really about pride. And sometimes you aren't what you want to be, or you aren't what you say you are, and you just kind of continue into this pattern of saying things that aren't really in alignment with who you really, really, really are. Who you deep down know yourself to be. But you still play the game because you want to fit in, you want to impress people. And it's so funny how when I make these videos, what I'm saying is actually advice for myself. I just happen to be recording it so that you could also get a taste. So this message is really, this video is really just, I think it's a reminder to myself to keep being real to who I am, who I know I am, in the silence. That's another thing too. I haven't really been meditating because I've had so much to do to produce all this content that I haven't really been connecting to myself in the mornings for the past 3 days or so. There's a famous pianist, I remember, he said, when I don't practice for 2 days, I notice. When I don't practice for 4 days, my agent notices. When I don't practice for 6 days, my audience notices. And I noticed that with me. I started to feel that something was off a couple days ago. And then folks around me, like my team, started to say, Joe, you okay? I don't know, just 2 days ago, yesterday. And then now I'm realizing that it's going to get to the point where everybody's going to see, Joe, what are you doing? Why are you just putting on this game? So, it's kind of funny how the fabric of life is such that my experiences and me just turning my journey inside out to you can be valuable to you. And so I think that in itself is one of the biggest lessons we can all learn, is that not the things that happen to us, but the fabric that weaves all those things together is the same fabric that we all sit on. Maybe it's the fabric of space-time, or however it's valuable for you to think of. But the things that happen between things, like the stuff that flows between stuff, maybe that's a good way to put it. It's all part of the same system. And so here's me apologizing for not being honest about the flow of the stuff that was happening between my stuff, because I wasn't honest with myself about needing to connect to my own stillness and my own silence and peace in the morning, in order to be able to be real, instead of just being this egoic illusion of who I want to be, who I think I should be, what makes money, what impresses people, what gets the most likes on Facebook and subscribers on YouTube. So I sincerely apologize. And so this is me saying, stay tuned. You'll see a much more real Joe from here on out. And thank you for watching up till now.